पॉलिसी बाजार पर 1 करोड़ रुपए का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस केवल 450 रुपए महीने से शुरू। वाव!
Hello and welcome to the news at 8. I'm Sarah Jacob. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi today attacked the BJP government for allegedly spreading hate using religious differences as a weapon. He made the swipe during a speech at the Red Fort after the Bharat Jodo Yatra wound up the day with a climax at the Red Fort. The Congress's Yatra entered the national capital today, accompanied by hundreds. The Delhi leg of the Yatra covered roughly 23 kilometers in Delhi, starting from the Badarpur border, where it entered the capital city from Haryana. It passed through Nizamuddin, the India Gate, the ITO, the Delhi Gate, culminating with a grand finale at the Red Fort, where the Congress MP Rahul Gandhi attacked the government for, as he put it, spreading hate using religious differences as a weapon to divert the people of India from the real issues of unemployment and inflation.
कन्याकुमारी में यात्रा शुरू की तो मैं सोच रहा था कि नफरत को मिटाने की जरूरत है और मेरे दिमाग में था कि इस देश में सब जगह नफरत फैली हुई है, मगर जब मैंने चलना शुरू किया तो सच्चाई बिल्कुल अलग थी। 24 घंटा हिंदू मुस्लिम, हिंदू मुस्लिम, हिंदू मुस्लिम, हिंदू मुस्लिम, हिंदू मुस्लिम। ये सच्चाई नहीं है भाई और बहनों। मैं चला हूं कन्याकुमारी से यहां तक, ये सच्चाई नहीं है। सारे के सारे एक दूसरे से मोहब्बत करते हैं, प्यार करते हैं, गले लगते हैं। तो सवाल उठता है ये क्यों हो रहा है? जब सच्चाई है कि देश का आम नागरिक, चाहे हिंदू हो, मुस्लिम हो, सिख हो, ईसाई हो, किसी भी जात का हो, वो एक दूसरे से प्यार करता है, मोहब्बत करता है, एक दूसरे की इज्जत करता है। 90% लोग इस देश के एक दूसरे से प्यार करते हैं, मोहब्बत करते हैं, इज्जत करते हैं। देखिए मेरे सामने, ये देखिए, घूम के देखिए, ये जैन मंदिर है, गुरुद्वारा है, मंदिर है, मस्जिद है, ये है हिंदुस्तान।
And the Bharat Jodo Yatra entered the national capital even as the new COVID precautions are being put in place by the government. Earlier this week, the health minister had written to Rahul Gandhi asking him to ensure COVID protocols are followed during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. And today, speaking at the Red Fort, the Congress president Mallikarjuna Kharge used this to say that the BJP government was actually running scared after seeing the strength of the Bharat Jodo Yatra and the steam that it is picking up, and is trying to use COVID-19 as an excuse to derail the Padyatra.
यहाँ के सरकार को, बीजेपी को ऐसा हो रहा है, वो डर गए हैं, इसीलिए ये कोविड का बहाना बीच में लाए हैं। अरे कोविड नहीं है कहीं भी, कोई एक मास्क भी नहीं पहना, आप देखिए, और किसी को कुछ नहीं हुआ। लेकिन अचानक हमारे प्रधानमंत्री अपने हेल्थ मिनिस्टर को कहकर ये कहा कि देश में कोविड बढ़ रहा है, इसका जरा प्रचार करो। तो ये प्रचार करके उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में अपना मास्क लगा के वहां पर आए। लेकिन मैं उनको कहीं शादी में देखा, कहीं जाते, वहां पर वो मास्क नहीं लगाए थे, उनका मास्क नहीं था। अरे आप खुद मास्क बाहर नहीं पहनते हो, पार्लियामेंट में आकर ऐसा मास्क पहनते हो। ये सिर्फ डराने के लिए, आप में डर पैदा करने के लिए, लोगों में डर पैदा करके इसको, इस यात्रा को तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
And the Congress leader Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra joined the yatra early in the morning, and later in the day, Kamal Haasan, the superstar actor turned politician, came and joined the yatra as it neared the Red Fort. Kamal Haasan, one of the biggest movie icons in South India, is the latest celebrity to be taking part in this yatra. And after joining the yatra, speaking at the Red Fort, he said many have asked him why he's here. His response: he's here as an Indian who's listening to his inner voice.
I'm here, I reiterate, as an Indian. I'm trying to, what I'm trying to jodo is not just states. I'm trying to connect the glorious legacy of our past with a bright future that we deserve. I'm here. I stood before the mirror and looked at myself and asked myself a question. This is a time when the country needs you. So I heard a voice from within. Kamal, Bharat तोड़ने की मदद मत करो, जोड़ने की मदद करो. Kamal is my name. I mean no innuendos here.
And apart from attacking the BJP government for, as he put it, promoting religious enmity between Hindus and Muslims, Rahul Gandhi also accused the centre of conceding ground to China at the line of actual control. And the BJP this evening launched a counter-attack on the Congress after Rahul Gandhi addressed the gathering at the Red Fort.
जब देश को जोड़ने की बात करते हैं तो आपकी पार्टी ने, आपकी पार्टी की विचारधारा ने और आपकी पार्टी की राजनीति ने जो नफरत फैलाने का काम किया आजादी के बाद, ये आपको बताना जरूरी था. शाहबानों से लेकर सायराबानों तक कांग्रेस पार्टी का इतिहास तोड़ने का रहा है और अल्पसंख्यक समाज को रूढ़िवादिता में घेरने का रहा है.
Well, maybe these attacks and counterattacks will get a short break, because there's going to be a 9-day break beginning tonight for the yatra. This Padyatra will now resume from the 3rd of January from Uttar Pradesh, and then again head to Haryana in the second phase, then to Punjab, and then finally wind up in Jammu and Kashmir. So as it picks up steam, as it carries on, the verdict on whether this ambitious march will bring immediate electoral gains for the Congress is still not out. But as NDTV's Ankit Tyagi reports, the Padyatra has become a pivot point for the political mobilization and the cadre mobilization of the Congress.
Whether, as Rahul Gandhi has been continuously saying, whether this yatra is going to be a political pivot, an electoral pivot, which possibly for 2024, which the Congress can use, that is still uncertain. Whether it is going to be a vote-catching yatra, but the fact remains that with this is one of the biggest political mobilizing program, the mobilization program that the Congress party has done in many, many years. And that is why, at least for the Congress cadre, this comes as a shot in arm. I'm coming to you live from the Rajghat, in fact, where Rahul Gandhi was supposed to come after wrapping up from the Red Fort. Unfortunately, that is not happening today, because at 6 o'clock, the Rajghat is shut. Officially, the entry to Rajghat is shut at 6 o'clock. So now the Congress party has told us that he will be going to the memorials of the former prime ministers tomorrow and will culminate that here at the Rajghat. आप लोग सर कांग्रेस पार्टी से ही?
हाँ सर.
तो आज का कार्यक्रम कल के लिए स्थगित कर दिया गया.
हाँ जी सर.
तो क्या कारण की देर हो गई है शायद वहाँ पर?
हाँ, वो देर हो गई, कहते हैं रात घाट पे नहीं आ जाते.
6 बजे के बाद एंट्री
समाधि पे नहीं आ जाता.
तो कल का किस समय का कार्यक्रम है? कुछ तैयारी हुई अभी तक? कुछ ऑफिशियली बात हुई?
कल सुबह आएंगे राहुल जी यहाँ पे
जी.
और टाइम अभी मुझे लगता है और थोड़ी देर के अंदर सारा उनका टाइम टेबल आ जाएगा. और वो पहले अटल जी के भी समाधि पर जाएंगे, क्योंकि कल उनका भी जन्मदिन.
सारे पूर्व प्रधानमंत्रियों की समाधि पर वो जा रहे हैं. अटल जी की पे भी जाएंगे. अटल जी की समाधि पर जा रहे हैं, बीजेपी वाले को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि इस पर रिएक्ट कैसे करें।
बीजेपी वालों को तो उस दिन से समझ में नहीं आ रहा जिस दिन से कन्याकुमारी से ये यात्रा शुरू हुई है। बीजेपी तो आप देखिए कि उसी दिन से बौखलाई हुई है और जैसे जैसे जनाधार बढ़ता जा रहा है, यात्रा के अंदर भीड़ बढ़ती जा रही है, उसके अकॉर्डिंगली आप देखो ये कोरोना की बातें लेकर आ गए।
कोरोना तो है ना भाई, सब सच्चाई है। मुझे और आपको दोनों को मास्क पहनना चाहिए, दोनों की हमारी गलती है, नहीं पहनना।
मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूँ।
सरकार अगर नहीं करेगी प्रोटोकॉल तो हम सब नहीं पहनेंगे।
प्रधानमंत्री
कहीं भी कोई भी राज्य में एडवाइजरी जारी नहीं की गई है, सिर्फ राहुल जी को एक पत्र लिखा गया है। सिर्फ एक पत्र लिखा।
आधार बताइए ना, क्या साइंटिफिक आधार क्या है?
कोई आएगी तो हम उसका पालन करेंगे।
और दूसरी बात, प्रधानमंत्री जी संसद में जा रहे हैं।
एक मिनट, आप एक बात बताएं, जब चीन में इतनी महामारी की आशंका इनको नजर आने वाली है, क्या इन्होंने फ्लाइट्स को रोका? क्या उसकी चेकिंग एयरपोर्ट पे स्टार्ट की?
कर दी आज सरकार ने,
आज की ना। और पत्र कब लिखा इन्होंने?
परसों।
क्यों? पहले इनको बॉर्डर सील करने चाहिए जहां महामारी।
आपको लगता है सारा राजनीतिक है ये सारा राजनीतिक मामला पूरा सब लोग ही बोलेंगे ना। ये मामला आप सॉरी,
मैं यात्री हूँ, राजस्थान से चल रहा हूँ।
आप राजस्थान से साथ में चल रहे हैं?
हाँ जी हाँ।
राजस्थान से यहाँ तक आए हैं, क्या बदलाव दिखा आपको? ज्यादा भीड़ दिल्ली में दिखाई पड़ी थी या राजस्थान में?
राजस्थान में तो सर पूरा मतलब मैं कहूँगा कि बच्चे, औरतें, बूढ़े सब एक जन सैलाब बन के, एक जैसे कोई बहुत बड़ा फेस्टिवल चल रहा हो, इतना बड़ा जमावड़ा हुआ राजस्थान में।
फायदा होगा कांग्रेस पार्टी को?
बहुत ज्यादा होगा, क्योंकि लोगों ने छोटी छोटी आपको मैं बताऊं, राहुल जी एक जगह गए और वहां पे बिजली का कनेक्शन नहीं था, तो 1-2 घंटे के अंदर वहां बिजली का कनेक्शन हो गया। राहुल जी ने बोला व्हाट इज दिस?
तो आपकी सरकार है ना।
हरियाणा में भी हुआ है, हरियाणा हम हरियाणा से चल के आ रहे हैं, हरियाणा में से आए हैं, हरियाणा में भी बिजली का कनेक्शन काट दिया गया। और क्या आने वाले जितने भी हमारे कांग्रेसी वर्कर थे उनको रास्ते में ही रोक दिया गया। लेकिन हमारी यात्रा ठंडी नहीं हुई, हमारी यात्रा में और से ज्यादा भीड़ रही। फरीदाबाद में देखो कल कितना जोश था।
पूरे 9 राज्यों में, जैसे राजस्थान से भाई ने बताया, उससे कहीं ज्यादा उत्साह हरियाणा के अंदर रहा, ड्यू टू हमारे भूपेंद्र सिंह हुड्डा जी, दीपेंद्र सिंह हुड्डा जी, जो जन जन के प्रिय हैं।
You know, Sarah, as I was telling you, this is largely what the essence of this yatra is. Politically, to understand whether this is going to give any political dividends or electoral dividends to Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, we don't know yet. It will be tested because the yatra now has come from Rajasthan. There are elections which are going to take place in Rajasthan next year. It has gone through Madhya Pradesh. Whether it will have an impact, but what impact it is having, at least for the Congress party, is that it is for a Congress worker who since 2014 has been seeing a lot of defeats for the Congress party. For a Congress worker who has been seeing defeat for the Congress party in 2019 general election and successive state elections as well, for them it is some sort of a rejuvenation exercise, the mass Congress worker mobilization program which the Congress party is doing. Yes, of course, the media coverage for the yatra is also keeping Rahul Gandhi in the news, something that he still keeps complaining despite coming onto the media channels and then complaining about him not being shown. But the fact remains that for the Bharat Jodo Yatra, after a very long time, you see the Congress party and the workers coming together and trying to make some sort of an impact, a campaign, a successive campaign throughout. There are 448 kilometers still left to Srinagar, where Rahul Gandhi will culminate this part of the yatra. 9 days break, then it starts from Uttar Pradesh. This is going to be an interesting, few days to come.
All right. So what are the short-term goals? What are the long-term goals? Can any of this be achieved? Should this yatra be continuing in the midst of a surge of COVID cases? Joining us now on the show, Dr. Ajoy Kumar, the AICC in charge of Sikkim, Tripura, Nagaland, the national spokesperson of the Congress, and Ranveer Singh Patania, spokesperson of the BJP. Mr. Patania, first, quite a scathing attack from the climax of that mammoth yatra in the national capital, as my colleague Ankit was pointing out. Now, whether the verdict, the verdict on whether this ambitious march will bring immediate electoral gains is not yet out. But this Padyatra has become a pivotal point for political mobilization of the cadre, for political mobilization for the Congress, and that is a worry for the BJP. So you may need to unmute. I think you're on mute.
Sorry, Sarah.
Sarah, what happens to the best of us?
Thank you. I had said earlier also that this is a desperate effort, a desperate endeavor by a family to protect the family. Whereas Bharatiya Janata Party is a party of the people, for the people, by the people. I'll come to it later on. One sentence. Please give me 10 seconds uninterrupted. The way, the style, the antics and the overtures which have appeared, the way the yatra has been conducted through the political landscape of India, it has been Bharat Jodo more and less Jodo. Anyhow, another part of...
How do you say that?
Yes, that's it. You see, the rhetoric, the level of speeches, this is not the way. I will not go to the history. Who divided India into India and Pakistan? Where is the Indian subcontinent? Who played the politics of pampering one community? Who played the politics of pseudo-secularism? Who made a divide? Who made Ram Mandir an issue in India? Just to make it a festering wound for decades and decades. Please don't play such communal strings. Now, why I am saying we are a party of the people, for the people, by the people. We don't discuss. We do not even in our stray comments. We need not make such comments. We are a party which ensured that each and every home and hearth in India gets a toilet. We are a party which ensured that each and every India gets an LED bulb. We ensured that everybody gets an access to tap water. We ensured that whether in slums, villages or cities, they get a pakka makan. We ensured that people in Corona don't die of starvation. We ensured free ration to as many as 81 crore Indian. That's why I'm saying we believe in politics for the people, of the people, by the people, and this is a desperate attempt by a family just to save one leader, just to reincarnate, just to reinvigorate, but it will end in uniting
just to
India.
Reinvigorate. Will you agree that it has done that? One
man. Reinvigorate and re-strengthen only one man. Not a country's democracy, not joining they want to glue the country, Bharat Jodo, nothing as well. They just want to glue one person, just want to support one man. This is the only trick. This is what I'm submitting, madam. And with due respect, as I have earlier said, Congress is not being able to catch the instincts and the aspirations of the new India. Okay. Congress is about to be outmoded as an extinct species. Nothing happen. Please don't play divisive rhetoric that even from national capital.
All right. Dr. Ajay Kumar, the BJP saying that the Congress saying that the BJP is picking up on communal issues to divert from the real issues. Mrs. Singhania here saying it's the Congress who doesn't have its finger on the pulse of India. Your response?
First of all, Sarah, I think Abraham Lincoln will be churning in his grave when he hears the BJP say by the people, for the people, of the people. It's the party which is, their home minister says, 2002 mein sabak sikhaya. They have co-opted anchors from various channels, who spew morning and evening hatred. Their members of parliament, their only default mode is to divert attention. And we have been focusing on few important things. And I'll tell you something, they have ministers like Narottam Mishra, who's a boycott Mishra, who talk about colors of saffron being misused when their Manoj Tiwari and the likes are, dancing all over the TV channel in their saffron colors. So here is the spokesperson and here is the Bharatiya Janata Party, not the spokesperson. Sorry, apologies on that, nothing personal. Here's the Bharatiya Janata Party 24/7. Whether historically, I don't want to get in, whether Hindu Mahasabha and Jinnah were bedfellows, that's a debated thing. If BJP is saying they are not spreading hatred, it's like devil, reading the scriptures. I mean, nobody with the lowest level of IQ, please, whatever, believe the BJP is saying, I am on the ground in my own constituency, Subeh Sham. The only thing they have is hate, Hindu, Muslim, Karnataka. What is happening in Karnataka? Their laboratory in the south, morning and evening targeting minorities. We are Indians. What Kamal Hassan said was correct. But the important issue is the Hindu-Muslim issues to divert from unemployment. Crazy amount of unemployment. Crazy amount of increase in expenses. Crazy amount of Chinese aggression. Chinese... and they keep attacking Pandit Nehru had the grace to even debate on the issues where the country suffered a lot in the parliament. And they want to target a man like Pandit Nehru. They want to target a Congress party, which, by the way, if he is his history, which broke Pakistan into two pieces. And then they want to preach to us. They are see, the dustbin of history will remember every kind of forces which is divided. You might look like a shooting star for temporary period. 5 years, 10 years is a long history, short period in the history of a nation. But I am appalled. No, one sec, sir, I'll finish. I'm appalled that all their anchors and spokespersons only spread hatred. And they have the audacity to come on TV channel and say that we are spreading hatred. I mean,
I want to just go back to the topic. What is the relevance? What do you see the outcome, the significance, the relevance, the impact, the fallout of the Bharat Jodo Yatra? They've now reached the national capital at climax at the Red Fort, at the ramparts of the Red Fort. Mr. Singhania, first to you, then Dr. Ajay Kumar.
Mr. Pathania,
Mr. Pathania, I beg your pardon, sir.
Sorry. Sarah, I said it earlier also, least impact. Just gimmickry. I used also, if gimmickry and histrionics would have been able to deliver goods, by now India would have been the leading most country in the entire world. How India was lagging behind in parameters of poverty, in parameters of irrigation, in parameters of drinking water, in parameters of per capita income. Everything we need not illustrate on this channel, but one fact, two or three very running facts I want to tell before this channel. Please give me 10 or 20 minutes uninterrupted. Mr. Asif Mahmood was the CBI director when Bharatiya Janata Party took over in 2014. We allowed him a full tenure to retire him. There was an canard that he was a Congress man. He was a man of a Congress sitting in the Bharatiya Janata Party Sarkar. 2.37 crore is the scholarship to Muslims. In Manmohan Sarkar, it was 2.33 crores. Right to education, communal violence bill, places of worship act. There were canards that Bharatiya Janata Party once comes to power, they will scrap it. We did not even touch them. We see 2 million of Muslim people skill trained, 20,000 skill trained.
So not one representative in the government?
They can't play Hindu-Muslim.
Not one representative in your government?
That's not
Isn't that worrying?
Madam,
You've been governing this country 2 terms, second term, possibly the third term.
We believe in whosoever comes on merit. This is a merit-based Sarkar. There was the allegation also that elected people are less given space, and those who don't have an elected and their background in the rank and files of Bharatiya Janata Party, they are sitting there, march over all over them. Nothing.
But you couldn't find one capable Muslim to be an MLA, to be an MP, to be a member of the party?
We simple believe in meritocracy. Whosoever performs, whosoever comes to the fore, he gets elected and ultimately he performs at the Kendra Sarkar. Nothing like this Hindu versus Muslim.
But does the party represent all of India then?
We represent the whole of the India. Doesn't matter. I am saying we have started, as the Pradhan Mantri Modi ji has himself said, we have started a reach out to Pasmanda Muslims, and I am illustrating how.
Sir, all right. I want to go back to the question about the relevance of this campaign, but I do want to say, I remember when Prime Minister Modi had his acceptance speech on his second term, he vowed to protect the interests of minorities. There was a departure from, sometimes you hear dog whistling from senior leaders. He told legislators we have to earn the trust of the Muslims. At the same time, when Mr. Owaisi was taking his oath, you had BJP members of parliament taunting him with Jai Shri Ram. I mean, is this a manner of a statesmanship at all? But I want to please go back to this focus. Ajay Kumar, please, the significance, relevance, fallout, importance of this Bharat Jodo Yatra right now, and then I want to move on to the COVID angle.
So, sir, a couple of things. First of all, if it's an event management, then the greatest event manager is Mr. Modi. During the release of Cheetah, my honorable spokesperson of BJP, the clothes was changed for the Prime Minister 5 times. Every day is an event. We have found out the greatest circus on earth, which is the Godi media and the Prime Minister's programs. The greatest circus. And you keep India, we should disconnect our Netflix connections and watch the Prime Ministers because it's actually entertaining. Second issue is they have remarkable people like Pragya Thakur, Kuldeep Singh. One sec, let me complete, sir. I didn't interrupt you. Let me complete. You're talking about, you're saying it doesn't have an impact, so you'll have to have the patience to listen to me. They have great people. Meritocracy on Pragya Thakur, Kuldeep Singh, Chinmayanand, people who have molested children. Great caliber, sir, but not a single minority. Fantastic. Third issue, look at the ground. If a man who had worn a loincloth brought the British on his knees, and you will have the same experience. You continue to poke fun, no problem, sir. It starts with a small spark. I have been on the Yatra a few days and I had the honor of walking with Mr. Gandhi.
All right,
but
Dr. Kumar, will this have any electoral gains? Because, you skipped the 2 states that were going in for elections.
So one question. First question is, I think the responsibility of every congressman is to go back and start the yatras. We are, like Mr. Kharge said, we need to do it ourselves. Look, Mr. Gandhi can walk 3,500 kilometers, but that is the job of every congressman, every person with any political association has to step in his assembly. I'm trying out something small in my own Lok Sabha constituency, and we need to do it much more with rigor. People are ready to reach out. We need to reach out to them more, and we need to do our homework on that part. I mean, I'm again saying, I think the traction Mr. Gandhi has given to the Congress party is huge.
All right. So you're saying there has been a huge traction to the Congress party. All right. But I want to just go across. You talked about responsibility, every congressperson having responsibility. Please respond to those charges made by the BJP. You had Union Minister Anurag Thakur today hitting out at the Congress, accusing it of abdicating its responsibility by flouting COVID protocols.
So my question again, Sarah, is, you are ready to listen if the referee and the match umpire and the people are fair. The Jan Akrosh rally of the Bharatiya Janata Party continues in Rajasthan. The Prime Minister wears a mask, looks very serious in the Parliament, and then goes and removes it during a marriage function. Piyush Goyal wears a mask, very, very, very serious, very involved and all, and then goes outside without mask with the children outside the party. There's no advisory. There is nothing in the airports. There is no instructions. So my question is, the country is seeing this. And to my honorable speaker from the Bharatiya Janata Party, said, my question is, we'll follow it. But the problem is that even the people on the road are saying this.
But those were Congress supporters. Those were Congress supporters. But Mr. Pathania, I just want to ask you, at the height of the campaign in Gujarat, you had the Union Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Purushottam Rupala, making a boast saying, oh, look at the crowd. No one's wearing a mask. China they're still in lockdown. China is groping in the dark. Here, you and I are sitting holding a massive rally without masks. Come on, sir. Selective targeting of the Congress party, and isn't this worrying? Because then if there's a bias, if there's arbitrariness in putting in place COVID protocols, the public is just not going to, we're not going to have any trust or faith in the system, and we are not going to follow the system, and then we are going to be affected badly. Mr. Pathania, I think, are you on mute again?
Sorry. I think the speech of Mr. Purushottam Rupala was in Gujarat election. It was almost 30 days back. I'll refer to the editorial published in Washington Post. It was on 20th of December. It is the edit page of China's new COVID nightmare may become a global catastrophe. So this is the latest development in COVID. The situations change every hour, not every day, every hour. So we need to see the global red herring. And earlier also, Wuhan was a flashpoint, and the entire world, the health, the economy, and everything was implicated ultimately. We should read the writing on the wall. This is nothing like that. We stopped Rahul Gandhi. There was a request letter from the health minister. Just if you cannot observe.
Sir, why a request? जैसे those Congress supporters are pointing out, they think request क्यों कर रहे हो? या बंद करो, put some actual systems in place. Either it's right or it's wrong. Why should I be taking I should have what? Give me an actual mandate, give me an actual rule, give me something. If it's serious.
It was a very polite, very gentle and a very decent missive to Rahul ji and Congress workers that please maintain COVID norms. The situation in the Indian subcontinent, near the Indian subcontinent, particularly in China. I read the editorial in the Washington Post. China, it may become a global catastrophe. So it was a very gentle missive to the Congress party, Rahul Gandhi and the entire workers that please maintain a certain bit of it. If not entire full, please maintain a certain bit of a COVID protocol. My last point, so far as this Bharat Jodo, my concluding remark, the media management, the way social media manager, the way the telefaxes and phones have spooted, this is absolutely wonderful. But there's only one shortcoming, that people of India are least interested in this Bharat Jodo. That's the party comment for it, Yatra.
All right. Well, I just want to remind all of our viewers that there have now been some changes. You have to have an RT-PCR test when you return back into the country from 4 countries, including Thailand. A lot of people planning their winter vacations. Please keep that in mind. But I do want to say, if there's a bias and arbitrariness in how these restrictions are imposed to to control the spread of COVID, there will be an erosion of trust in the system as a whole, and this will affect how the public views these health measures and how serious it actually is. That is very, very worrying for all of us. Thank you both for joining us on the 8 o'clock news right now. We're going to go in for a short break. All the rest of the news from around the country after that.